minor details.
Yeah,
And why all these details are important, both for you who wants to rent an apartment and for the developers. So that they know the standard they should provide for you, and you also know the standard you should ask for. When you want to rent an apartment, you don't just go, oh God, I like the color. Those are cool things to look at, but there are also like peculiar other factors you should check out. Like this is what I'm saying.
The Creators Hub, a podcast on architecture, youth spaces, cities, and creative ideas, powered by Creators Idea Lab. New episode monthly.
Hello everyone, welcome to Creators Hub podcast. With me I have
Enare,
Leonard Fidel,
and Meshack. Today we'll be talking about exploring the architectural attainable standard when you're about to rent an apartment. We'll be talking about what to look out for, design considerations when you're about to rent an apartment. So Enare will be taking us through he will give us a quick background on the whole topic as a whole.
Yeah, we are aware there are so many challenges involved in renting an apartment in Nigeria and across the world as well, because based on there's a global housing crisis where there's a high demand for houses, and the available houses are either out of the price range or people need these houses, or they are not just available to them to rent. So, but we're going to focus more on the architectural factors. We know there's so many social factors, there are economic factors, there are political, environmental factors that affect renting an apartment. But in this podcast, for this show, for the sake of our show, our scope is going to be architecture.
Okay.
And there are so many challenges as regards architecture. I think one of them is the price influenced by the design of the apartment. So, for example, you want to rent like a one-bedroom apartment in Abuja. Let's say I used Lifecam in the last podcast, so let me use that area now. Lugbe, for example. Yeah. You go to Lugbe, you want to rent like a one-bedroom apartment. Yeah. Because the developers use POP ceiling, so they want to charge you 1 million naira for that apartment, which is outrageous. Using a POP ceiling does not justify them charging that much. This is just like the bare minimum.
It's a finish. Exactly,
it's a finishing. It's the bare minimum attainable standard for building. The building should be finished properly. So that doesn't necessarily mean the price should be spiked because of you use like the bare minimum requirements to finish it.
To stress Enare's points, but value addition is not based on the building or special or standard requirements. Value addition should be based on something peculiar. You can't say because you're putting in new door or
that's just
a new paint or then they should pay you more. No. Value addition is not that. In other climes, I think value addition is based on location.
Based on location, exactly.
Based on locations. What views can you obtain?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
the vistas around.
Yeah, the feel, it can't just be because the house is a solid house.
Yeah.
So you should look out for that.
You know, most of the time when you go to go rent, you can say, why you coming to? He has POP and tiles. Like obviously he should.
Everybody should have.
Like he should. Like that's like the minimum standard.
What was particular about the POP thing? Because I had somebody who was about to rent an apartment recently, and that was what the thing she'll say. She'll say like the developers, the first thing they'll mention that this house get POP. How is that? I just plaster of Paris. You don't put Eiffel Tower for the house.
Selling point.
Exactly. That's one challenge, architectural challenge. And another one is the environment as well. Yeah. Because especially in Nigeria and third world countries, we don't pay a lot of attention to waste management. For example, you live in an area, you rent an apartment in an area, and there's no clear way to dispose your waste. You litter.
They constitute a nuisance.
Exactly. So that's a factor as well that affects whether you should rent in that environment.
Let's say entering inside your house is probably cool. You painted your house really nice, white and all that. The minute you step out of the street, all you begin to see is leather, waste bottle, whatever.
Sanitary pad. I was not going to say that.
Everything, like, so it's just like you have a nice house, but come on, when you get outside, your whole mood, your whole enthusiasm for the day is done because
you see outside. And also pollution can be noise pollution. Maybe you live close next to a factory or a church, and they are praying middle of the night, like 3 p.m. like Friday. I live my area. There's a church literally behind my back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a proper zoning structure, but it's Nigeria. That's really proper. People just build.
Yes.
Like Friday, every last Friday of the month, I just know there's going to be all night.
So it's headphones all through.
Exactly, my headphones. I get prepared for that. That's an environmental pollution as well. It's a major consideration as well.
Yes,
and some other drainage. Maybe there's no proper drainage around the environment.
Yeah.
That's the factor also.
Yes, very true.
Also, privacy is something as well.
Yeah.
You don't just want to open your window and next you see your neighbor. You open your window to your
You see your
neighbors.
neighbor's window.
Exactly.
That also
Yeah.
calls for the that means you have to evaluate the cross ventilation of the house.
Positioning of the
Yes,
windows
yes,
and
exactly.
the openings.
Position of the windows, all of that.
Yeah.
Because some people say like there are houses where you go to and then you see like that small space like 600 by 600 where they'll put what's it called
Toilet
chamber where they put chamber,
yeah,
they
yeah.
put that small space and there someone will now put window
There.
opposite here and put another one opposite your neighbor's one. So when you open yours, you can literally if you and your neighbor open your own, you can talk to yourself, like, shake your hand.
I like those face me and face you views in
Exactly,
Nigeria when the
so-
windows they try collide. So you, in the morning people will be trying to open their window first. If not, you stop. We laugh, but and the funny thing is that this thing happens in the heart of the city in Abuja.
Yes.
It does.
That's how weird it is. Like this, the setback from the building is like the standard setback is 3 meters.
Yeah.
I think at least 3 meters.
When you go on site, these guys will tell you reach 3 meters. 3 meters for what? Yeah, who 3? Like go to all those places where like they don't really follow these standards, like all these suburbs.
Yeah.
And you tell them this is 3 meters. Even if
At 3
you
meters,
even
another
if you
person
did
said
3
too.
meters,
Yeah.
so they can approve the work.
Yes.
After they are
Yes.
done, trust me, it's building
One
boys
meter,
quarters.
yeah.
Building boys quarters, yeah. Extending it that line.
If they don't build it now, they build it merely they
Mhm.
can get.
Immediately they just you see them they'll build boys quarters. Then what is left between the boys quarters and the main building is one narrow tunnel.
I think a major consideration is that too. People landlords maximizing their land.
Yes.
Exactly.
So at the expense of the space and the owners'
The comfort,
comfort.
yes.
Comfort, yes.
So
the living
that's
standard.
another major value addition. Number one consideration is comfort.
Yes.
The more uncomfortable you are, then the lesser you should pay.
Exactly.
Because you are living in a condition that it's not right for you.
Yeah.
So you see a situation whereby a landlord, he knows it's just 1 bedroom that can fit here, he makes it 2 bedroom.
2 bedroom.
And he doesn't care how you fit in.
Your lifestyle.
In that kind of
is
situation, you are
for
in
your
the toilet.
activities.
If you don't close the door, you can't bathe. You know that kind of situation.
Yeah.
You are in the kitchen. If you shift your hand on your walk top, you might end up in the gas or somewhere else and it will burn you. So that is already like 1,000 ways to die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Really true.
Honestly.
Ticking
And
clock.
it's just it messes up your day and
You can't function properly
Yeah,
in
you
these spaces that are
can't,
not well
you
designed. People don't realize it. People like
it has a psychological
exactly.
effect on you.
They trivialize the impact of design on your
Your
well-being.
your everyday lifestyle. Self. Like,
You wake up in the house, you literally have to wake up and you have to watch your head so that you don't hit the cupboard on top. Like that's discomfort
you
already.
don't want to go back home.
You don't. You rather against the bar.
You don't want to go back home.
Something.
That's why so it's so
So it's only your wife that will be making you not to go back home. Your house,
That's your
actually.
house itself. Even your wife don't want to go back home.
Even your landlord doesn't live there.
Just return it out. So these are just like minor details.
Yeah,
and why all these details are important, both for you who wants to rent an apartment and for the developers. So that they know the standard they should provide for you, and you also know the standard you should ask for.
Yes, exactly.
When you want to rent an apartment, you don't just go, oh God, I like the color. Those are cool things to look at, but there are also like peculiar other factors you should check out. Like this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Window positions are very important.
Very, very important as well.
And also, I think the window position also influences your furniture arrangement.
Yes, the
Like
furniture
when you put your
arrangement.
bed, please don't put your bed directly
Opposite the door.
opposite your window, whatever. You understand? Like most people put their bed, like the bed head, bed board, and put it directly in the window, and then you now forget and go.
Yeah, where is that call?
come.
Amaka, help me close
Let me
check
close my
the
window. No,
It's terrible.
because of all this driving
Position,
rain, and
yes,
because of driving rain, and since you don't have window hangs, like overhangs for your window and all that.
Properly.
So all those things will influence how you arrange your.
I think we'll gradually ease into now what are the factors that should be attainable in an apartment you're renting.
Yeah.
So now we're in mentioning the challenges,
Yes,
we'll
yes.
touch on those factors. So now
Yes,
we're
yes.
going to like dive in properly. The factors, what you should look for in when you want to rent an apartment, like I've already said, thermal comfort, like how comfortable it is. Ventilation is a factor that influences that. How well lit is the space. Some buildings, like the window, like I don't understand, like the room is just dark. The light entering there, like the setback from your building and the next building is so close that light cannot, proper daylight can't enter.
Then how do you even guarantee ventilation in that one?
It's almost like zero.
Yes.
Almost like zero.
So I think the standard from the building to the fence is 3 meters.
Yes.
From building to the fence. So if there's any standard, from your own building to your neighbor's building, at least you should have like 2.2, 2.5 meters, so that you can have proper ventilation between yourself and.
It's 3 meters, but just say that like
at least. Say they want to do whatever.
Even for human movement.
Yes, as well.
Human movement is ease of flow. It also influences the comfort in general.
I'm still talking about design as well. I think the what else is there? The circulation I've said. The position of your door. Some people just put, like, you have a room, like a square, like a box room, and you put the door at the center. You have upset, like why would you do that?
The whole tenant,
arrangement.
You'll be confused. How do you want to even?
How will you place your bed? How will you place
where will you put the bed?
Your dress mirror? How will you place your wardrobe? Like you're just like
you have given me semi-detached.
It's like when you have
the room. You get that?
Like when you have a gamepad and you change the functions. Yeah. It's psychological.
Where do I keep my bed? Where's the TV going to be working? So
that's a factor. That the circulation. If the design was properly done, placing your door at the corner will enable you to say, okay, the rest of this space is zoned out for proper setting up of your bed, your wardrobe. And this just for a 1 bedroom. This is any space.
For any space
every space, like down to the every room. Room is the smallest size exactly. So
circulation should be properly zoned. So that you have a clear path of movement, and you have where you can carry out your activities without being affected by those movements. So circulation
walk triangle
in the kitchen. Kitchen design. I don't even go into kitchen. I've seen terrible kitchen designs in my lifetime.
I've seen kitchens that will kill people.
Yeah. I think there's a story I heard. I don't know how true this is. Like someone literally sued the architect court because of the woman. The kitchen was designed in a way that the working triangle wasn't followed strictly. So she was taking out hot oil from her stove, from her cooker. And she turned around and her daughter was there, and the oil just poured on the daughter. Like you know what? She literally sued the architect, and it's
fair.
It's fair. The architect can be sued in that condition.
Because based on design standards for an architect, you're not supposed to design a kitchen like that.
Exactly.
I saw a kitchen with a worktop at the middle. Now the space in this kitchen from end to end is not even up to 3 meters. Then you now put a kitchen worktop in the middle. The kitchen island again in the middle. If you move back, I'm frying chicken. I will hit the wall, and that's
another very wrong thing is like if you have like a square room, you now see the architect now design put the 2 doors at opposite ends, so you now have L shape. So
the 2 doors.
So whenever you want to pass, you now pass like this. So anything that they are doing in this place and happening in this place, people must pass. Like imagine this is the exit or the entrance to the kitchen, and then this to the store. And then you're now moving. That's why that woman's whatever. Exactly. Because daughter is probably going to the store. She was coming out. So all those. Exactly. So that's the whole. All those flow. If you can't get it.
There are principles to these things. Nigerians feel people just build. There are principles. You don't just wake up and say you want to do a kitchen. You should know that there are things you should do because your spaces are very important. An accident can happen. Even a toilet, as simple as a toilet design is. If you don't get it right, you'll be shocked at what you can do to yourself.
Shock yourself.
So there are principles to these things. You don't just wake up and get any layman on the street and
anywhere.
Yes, and you just do the
say,
house.
no, I want to lie down like in my tub and have fuse very close so I can press my foot. There's still limits to all of that. There's still design considerations.
I don't feel comfortable with that kind of space.
There's still you understand so there's still
that's regarding design. Comfort, circulation, proper space management also is a function of design. If you're living, like you're renting an apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment, there are some things that you should not have in your in that limited space. You have a 1-bedroom and you put like a giant deep freezer there for what?
Or king size bed. King size bed, like
7 feet by 8 feet bed in that small space. Like, what are you? What wants to happen here?
What?
In this WrestleMania, you want to like start fighting wrestling inside your room like that big bed. So if you have like a limited space, you should manage it properly. You know that the kind of furniture that are bringing into this space should
Optimize the space.
Optimize the space. It shouldn't interfere with your functions in that
It
space.
shouldn't cage you. It should give you freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anything you
People don't consider that mostly.
yeah,
They
they don't. They just
everything.
Want to, Nigerians want to
cramp
put as
everything.
much as they can in the home.
Put a chandelier.
Yeah.
In like a one bedroom.
Honestly, so just for
Rooms
clarity,
seven
if you have a small space, you should consider researching minimalistic architecture.
Exactly.
Collapsible furniture.
Exactly.
Things that will
Very, very
optimize your
yes.
space. You can have a 1 bedroom. It's your workspace and it's
Yes.
your bedroom.
Yes.
You can wake up and
living
just
room.
by 2 or 3 actions,
Yes.
convert it to an office.
So,
we have collapsible beds that you
Yeah.
can lift up. We have furniture you can bring down,
Exactly.
and these things are easy to construct.
Very easy.
Just explain to your there are
Designer
DIYs that
furniture, yes.
you can use. You can construct this. So there's a lot you can do with your space.
Use Pinterest.
There's a lot. There's a
Download
lot.
Pinterest.
Yeah, very important.
And also consult an architect. Because the problem I've realized in most of all these faults in buildings is that maybe a professional was not consulted
to
in the
make-
process. Or maybe it was consulted, but some clients are just too difficult that they
to work with.
exactly and they just
override
enforce their own.
Yeah,
The architect, the professional will advise them, but they want their own
way.
way to be reinforced there. Let's talk about the facilities requirements if you're renting an apartment. So we know that there should be obviously a good road network to your apartment.
Obviously, lights.
Lights too, yeah. Why not do that to yourself? There should be lights.
Lights.
Yeah.
Then telecommunication. Oh wow, check whatever network it is.
Network, in fact,
MTN, whatever
Some
one.
people
Check.
prioritize network over light or
Yeah, because these days many people work from home, so you need like good
Yeah.
network from
Yeah.
where you're living.
Very
so
true.
Yeah.
Then water. Of course,
Yes.
try to check to see water. Like how often do you get water? Is there a bowl? If there's not, how do they get
Is there
water?
a central?
Is it clean? Is it mirror water? Is it breathe? Is it clean? Are you
Or it's
drinking?
true.
Yes, it's
You
true.
some estate will be well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That
all
one.
those things, you check all those things, because of course if you have those things,
And also
as the way those people and the landlords usually do, because you have those basic things, they inflate the price.
It's terrible. And that facility is also transportation. There's some big estates that there's no keke to go inside.
Meaning
Or
that
there's no
It's very true,
difficult
very
for,
true.
like,
Because everyone that has a car,
There's only someone that has a car.
so you
then-
should have like good.
yes, so you consider all those things. So then how close it is to actually commute to town.
Yes.
Maybe going to whatever any
that
attraction like
distance
town.
to your work,
That's
Yes, transportation to your
school,
workplace,
if you
all
have
those
kids,
things.
all
Yeah.
those things is really important.
You should
Yes.
consider the proximity to where you're renting to your workplace,
Your children's school, church,
Your church,
whatever,
your
all those things that you
markets.
Prioritize which one comes first.
Yes, know your priorities as well.
What about the idea of fire outbreak?
Very true. Very true. You should have like
very
emergency exits. Like
Yeah.
if I think there's a standard. There's British standard for this. What do you say?
We were on site yesterday, multi-family housing units, and there was no way for the kitchen, no kitchen outlet.
No
So
fire
the
escape.
kitchen, if you're in the kitchen, if you want to throw something out, you have to follow the parlor, follow the stairs, come down, then go back to the back of the building possibly.
He was an architect. You'd be
And now,
surprised.
and this was allowed.
This was
Because
allowed.
it's not
Without mentioning the location of the place, but it went through
So,
government control.
when there is fire in
And
that building.
yeah,
How there's no escape staircase.
it's like
no-
pending chaos like happening there.
definitely.
If there's a fire outbreak, how do you exit? Like people on the third floor trying to come
Yeah.
down, people on the
Yeah.
second floor.
And all
like
this is
terrible.
just to maximize the space
Maximize space
Yes.
and
maximize
get
profits.
more,
Yes,
maximize
yes.
profit.
without giving them the attainable standard,
Yes.
the minimum attainable standard. It's
So
terrible.
honestly, it's true. So all these things we're saying,
It's
you
really
as
important.
you
For your
as a
safety.
user,
Yes.
you must demand all these things.
Yes.
You
From
you
your
should
developers, from your
demand
landlords,
it.
you should demand it from your landlord, from your
If you
developer.
can't see it,
Yeah.
please move out. Honestly, move out. Seriously.
Move out,
Do you know?
actually.
Wait, you know that seriously? I was coming from my house today, what?
Yeah.
I was like on my way to say, there's this pharmacy where I used to get drugs and all of that. Like, just yesterday, I went there and today I came. Do you know that it's just smoke that was coming out? The
Like,
roof had already
Caught
fallen down.
fire. Oh,
The roof already like it's smoke.
Collapsed.
There's no yes. There's fire already, and you know this kind of
compartmental design.
Yes, exactly.
Compartmentalized design.
Yes, that if fire outbreak happens here, yes, it's not going to. It bombed this shop. Bomb this shop, all the roofs.
That means it was not considered in that design. Exactly. And these are factors we're talking about. These are design factors we're talking about as well.
Everything inside there, oh my god, because you estimate at least like 5 million.
Gone because someone decided that compartmentalization would cost a lot.
Yes.
And
that's how decisions are made now.
And the person that was going there to rent,
the
person that was going there to rent didn't demand this thing and say, okay, alright, fine. Let's say this person did not do this. Okay, architect, now that it is like this, what can we do
about it?
How can we do just in case? Because you're putting so much investment in all these things, and then you're not
you consider your long run.
How will you be taking so much investment and you're not protecting your investment and not making sure this thing can. This person have just been there for like, let's say 2 years
you check all your boxes.
He has been growing the business and now.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think some of, like you said, like the person not paying attention to whether the design was properly designed to compartmentalize, not to spread.
Yes, exactly.
Fire. I think finishes can affect as well. Okay.
Nigerians are so used to not seeing things in a standard way.
Exactly.
So one time they think it's normal. They go to a house, the room is tight. They can't. They are in the shower. You're using the toilet, and you can bathe while using the toilet. You know those kind of rooms that your shower is on top of. You now climb the top of your WC and bathe.
Say, oh God, I'm
not talking about bait up, but we're talking about your toilet. You climb on top of your toilet.
And that's standing on that.
You are
going to break.
Your soap is spilling on your washing machine, is spilling on your toilet.
It's terrible.
It's not how life should be.
You know, like honestly, like if I want to actually extend this, I would say whatever house you're moving into, you need maybe like a structural expert to come and actually examine the structural strength of that building. Because with the rate of collapse of building these days, you know, some people that are involved in all this, like look at it. Now every day they in Lagos State, they just keep.
Lagos State is.
So like
you don't go to it's worst. No offense, Lagos. I like you, but you're my city, man.
You are the worst.
We know Nigeria is bad. Yeah, everywhere is bad. Lagos is terrible because it's just profit, and there's a reason for that. Lagos is like a commercial hub of Nigeria. So remember the influx of people coming into Lagos. So there's a high demand for housing, and there are limited standard available for people to.
So all these things you could be saying we don't need engineer, we don't use architect. You need them. That's why we went to school. Okay.
I get your point.
No, seriously.
So let's talk finishings. Like what are the finishing requirements for an apartment? Because it's also a factor as well. People like finish, but in my opinion, I think for like finishings, like for example, painting an apartment that you want to rent out for an end user that you don't know his personality. The finishing, in my opinion, should be as laid back as possible. For example, if you want most mass-produced products like phones, cars, they're mostly finished in neutral colors,
black,
so that it could fit black, white, grey, so that it could fit the lifestyle of the user. It could fit. It can easily be blend. It can fit into your life without. If imagine painting a car pink, for example, I don't sell it to a mass audience. It's
cause chaos.
Some people so as well your rooms. If you want to paint developers, if you want to paint your rooms, paint it in a color that is neutral. That people can fit.
They can fit in when they
their other.
Yes, they can now make some decisions to
do whatever they want to.
Don't do the work for them. People want to
paint my room pink, blue. Please.
I love pink, but don't paint pink for like end users.
Come on.
Use finishes that are neutral, that can accommodate life. Also, the lighting, your light fixtures, as well. Use use quality material because some people opt for this cheap, low quality material. They are cheap now, it don't cost us much. But they'll spend like the rest the whole year fixing and replacing that.
So you spend more than
I never understand that economy of skill.
I actually have a great story. The place that I'm actually working, the guy is done with his duplex, everything. And they now use substandard material for the plumbing and everything. Okay, alright, we're done. We're finished putting the tile, we're finished putting this. Okay, alright, fine. We're finished doing the soccer away, we have erected the tank, put everything up above. Alright, let's test run the motor. You know that shit. Now test run.
Everything exploded.
Now guess what? Breaking the tile, breaking the wall, they're removing all those plumbing materials, bringing all those things now out, bringing all those things now, changing.
You can't get away with it.
Now look at it, wastage. Broke all the tiles that broke. Guess what? They're replacing them now.
It's
replacing tile, replacing
going
the
to find
wall.
that tile color.
So imagine all those things.
All those
just because you're trying to
go for cheap materials, minimize cost. which does not make any sense. Because in the long term, you are going to still spend fixing and maintaining it. So use quality materials, even though they are expensive. Use them so that you have like low cost of running this apartment. The thing people don't consider is the cost of the initial cost versus running cost. People like to minimize initial cost, but then the running cost will be maximized. If you maximize the initial cost, you spend high initially, you spend less maintaining it. That's what economy people don't understand in construction. Social factors, we can talk about your landlord renting. When I was in school, the landlord used to come around to monitor the number of sleepers that was outside my door. Like, I just rented this room to 2 people. Why they see like 10 sleepers for your door? What did that happen? Oh yeah, look at that, get out.
It's very true. That's very true. No, honestly, like even the place I stay, even the place that I stay, as I was saying, like once it's 9 a.m., landlord has come 9 p.m. Landlord has come down, lock the gates. You understand this kind of thing? So there's no, and when you come, once you're outside, you say yes, who is that? You say it's me. Why are you coming late? You start giving an interview for house that you paid. You understand what's going on? So all these things, cross check them. Then under social, this thing. Can you bring pets?
You should have
an
understanding with the landlord.
Yes,
it should
exactly.
be as open as possible. If possible, sign a legal agreement.
Yeah, I think
that it doesn't take advantage of something.
Yeah, there are legal factors, there are social factors, there are economic factors. We just gave you the architectural factors. Now we advise you, aside the architectural factor, do your own proper research to clarify all the legal factors, to clarify all the social factors involved, your relationship with your landlord, time frame, you can blah blah blah. Do also know your budget as well.
And another thing is, man, don't go and do anything online with any agent and send money.
Meet face to face, but Africa, you know, technology is the way for the future.
Exactly,
but in
Africa, you need to be so. Try as much as possible to have a solid communication, whatever possible, before you send anybody money. If not, I can tell you.
And I think another thing is you should understand the mindset of the agents and your mindset. Agents are in for profit.
Yeah.
They just want you to take the house. To them, it's just another
business transaction.
It's very true.
They don't care. If they have to bring you force the house on you.
Yes.
So don't allow the agent to convince you. You should know what you want.
So it's like even buttressing on this point, whenever they show you a house, whenever they show you a house and you see a house and you say okay, it's nice, and the agent sells you everything and your mind is convinced, when the agent is gone, don't pay, please, don't pay. After the agent is gone, go back and ask people of the area, because agents will probably sell you this amenities and there's always water. No, they are digging borehole tomorrow. They are bringing the lights. MTN has come here. They are fixing maps just for you. If you pay your 300k,
it's gone.
They are going to pay fixed maps. It's because you. No, I'm serious. Like this guys do this thing. So all these things, when they are done, please do your own survey, due diligence before. Then lastly, I think in terms of the pricing, I would advise that I think your gross income, you should not spend more than maybe like 30% of it on the whole idea of renting house. 30% of your income grossly on housing, yes, on renting house, in commuting, all those things. Just factor all those things. You shouldn't spend more than at least like 30% of it. That's like a fair range. So you can have 70 to do your own.
So do your due diligence. Prepare yourself.
Yes.
Clear out all the factors. Know your pockets. Know your budget. You have like 300k. Let's go and rent like a 3-bedroom. Bro, really? Come on. You said don't think you be. So know your budget. Know yourself. Know thyself. So plan properly.
Yeah. So if you have any incidents with agents and all of this, please leave it in the comment and
let's know your experience. Let's know your terrible experiences by renting houses.
Let's know. And then if there's any way you feel we can actually come in, so actually please reach out to us.
Yeah, you'll be helping a lot of people.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. Exploring. Yeah. So like, subscribe, share, comment, and stay awesome. Thank you guys.
Bye. Peace.
The Creators Hub.
Who is there? No. Who is there? No network. Okay. So for facilities, there's some renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Make sure that Okay, sorry. I don't know how to enter again.
Like some friends we know, honestly, like places they stay, it's really nice. The suburb, everything is okay. But I'm telling you, whenever we go to these places, they can't call you. All your clients. In fact, do you know how many jobs we've lost when we went to the job? It's really worse.
It's not that bad because I'm different. So
okay.
You don't have to mention clients. We are still surviving.
Okay.
Still get clients now. Why do you talk say we lose clients? Let's open the house. How they lose clients? Let's work now. Guy, you get too much now. How they leave?
You know what I mean?
I they pay out rent. How they get clients?